We are thanking God for another very wonderful opportunity to meet the oracle of God, the prophet, the man that God gives direction on things in Nigeria, in the country, and around the world, and especially to personalities in organization, in religious bodies, and on topics that are very critical to Christian religion development, especially to the faith-based organization, both the Christian and the Muslim. Today, after a wonderful service this morning, we are meeting at this church for a little town hall encounter on issues in the public domain, especially as regards to Christian and the political sphere. We are very privileged to meet the Prophet Dr. MKO Tibetan, the leader, Celestial Church of Christ, Elisha Parish, Europe, and Nigeria. Sir, with total honor, we are very privileged to be with you today. We've seen it's a very wonderful, busy midweek service whereby you discuss about people not to argue on issues of life. The topic is don't argue, that our faith is what God is very much aware of, and that the kind of faith that God gives unto us, that's only God himself that can reform it. And a lot of people who came for the service from London, from Nigeria here, from Abuja, they chip in their own ideas. But right now in Nigeria, you can see that we are arguing. Just before yesterday, His Excellency, the former Senate President, and one of the greatest administrators that have reigned in this country, in terms of Senator David Mark, was a former governor, a former Minister of Telecommunications, decided to pick the ticket and said he's ready to rescue Nigeria from the problem. And he also said that he's going to deliver Nigeria economy within 2 years. I mean, these are men who have suffered for this country, who have been governor in Niger State, governor in most of the country. And this is the same man who has said telephone is not for the poor. I mean, GSM, during the 09 days, Internet Day. Sir, and we also have Prophet Tibetan, who last week was just crying bitterly after picking his phone. He was crying for this country, for the kind of situation we find ourselves, still arguing politically. And that is another one. We have Mr. Kapanso, who declared, that's the former governor in Kano State, who was also very passionate about this country. And some other political people. We have Donald Duke too, who is also coming in and is saying that if he becomes president, he will not disturb the decay, he will make the country a very good country. Then a lot of them are just piling up. We have Mr. McCarthy, the former governor of Kaduna State. Sir, how are we not going to argue in this country? And I think it's an open house because we have a lot of theologians here, we have a lot of elderly people here who can also throw in questions once in a while. So, sir, do we continue to argue, or do we thank God for great men like Senator David Mark, who are coming to rescue this country now, and Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who is now crying and now saying that he's ready to deliver the country from economic woes, and some other ones?
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When you look at the book, Psalm 11.
Yes, sir.
He was telling us from verse 3. He said, when the foundation is poor, it will take the righteous a long time to fix it. The problem we have in this country is bigger than Obasanjo. It's bigger than Atiku. It's bigger than David Mark. It's bigger than Saraki. It's bigger than Goodluck Jonathan. It's bigger than Showore. It's bigger than Dan Asabe. And it's bigger than Femi Adesina or Redeem. You see, the people you said that pick all these forms.
No, yes, Atiku Abubakar is crying.
They did not have conscience.
No.
What they did not have is what is conscience.
Okay, sir.
When you look at the book of Genesis 47, verse 26 to 31, Genesis 45, from verse 1 to 10, Genesis 48, from verse 1 to 22, then out of the Apostle 25, verse 26, Judges 6, Judges 7, 2 Chronicle 18, from verse 10 to 19, out of the Apostle 11, from verse 1 to end, Ezekiel 14, then Joshua 10 to 13. Then when you look at all this one, the Proverbs 23, verse 6 to 7, anybody can read.
And Joseph should not restrain himself.
Proverbs 23, from verse 6 to 10. the war, the federal government and the people in power. Hello? Yes.
That's a great gift, sir.
Can you read again, my
Do
sister?
not eat the bread of a mister.
Don't eat the bread of a monster. A miser like Atiku, Goodluck Jonathan, Obasanjo, Saraki, David Mark, Agbabio, Ekweremadu, Tambua, Dimeji Bankole. These are people they're supposed to arrange one Saturday night and let us to come and see how they were being shot by the rubbish. So, but for you now saying that, they said they want to go and sit in the Aso Rock. David Mark has never won any election in Nigeria. He normally buys it.
Oh.
And he said telephone is not for the poor.
And that was meant.
How many positions does he wanted to occupy in life? But you said the young shall grow. Then David Mark is as good as dead. After the war, he was one that went to the east to even ascertain government property.
And that was in Port Harcourt.
They are everywhere. Then he now amassed all those things to himself.
Those are past tense.
Then when you look at what he has in it, he's not past tense.
Okay, sir.
He said we should put on the armor of God.
Okay, sir.
We must put what? He said as a man thinketh, so be it. They are miser. Can you read it in English?
Do not eat the bread of a miser. Not
A miser.
Not desire his delicacies. For as he think in his heart, so he is. Eat and drink, he says to you, for his heart is not with you. The morsel you have eaten, you will vomit up, and waste your pleasant words. Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Do not remove the ancient landmark, nor enter the field of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is mighty.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, sir.
The Redeemer of Nigeria is what? Is mighty. He's even bigger than Oyedepo. He's bigger than Obadare. He's bigger than all these recycled general overseers who are now picking their second wife. Like Deeper Life is picking the second wife. Then Abiyara is picking the second wife. All of them with their concubines and everything. These are the people, and these people who are going to build Nigeria. Can you compare them like David? When you look at 1 Samuel 17, 45 to 50, a holy person. He made it to know to his brothers. I could remember when I kill a bear. I could remember when I kill a lion. I could remember when I do this. This Philistine that you said is a trouble.
Yes, sir.
The Lord will empower me. But these are people. Don't you know Ojukwu and the Senate president before, David Mark?
David Mark, yes.
They wrestle over Bianca.
No, Bianca is a former.
No, they wrestle over Bianca.
She was a former ambassador.
No, forget about it. They were looking for how to sell him for another man. Ambassador, Bianca ambassador or no ambassador is a political gimmick and settlement. It has nothing to do with Nigerian progress. I don't think he could even allow the family of Ojukwu to will Bianca to the person that needed Bianca. Bianca has no time. We don't need to. There's nothing special about his ambassador or no ambassador. Forget about it. There's nothing happening in Spain. Okay, maybe you want to go there to bring apple or wine or stockfish.
That's interesting.
There's nothing a woman has to do with this boiling Nigeria. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So all these people you mentioned, we don't need them.
No, Vice
The only thing we need to do,
yes,
all of them will leave before 2030.
what do you mean, sir?
We will walk over them. They will, you know when a match, when there is a match between two teams,
Yes, sir.
and the other one did not show off, they will call it a walkover.
Walk over.
We are going to walk over them. How many seats do we have in Azorok? Only one.
In one city, yes, sir.
How many secretariat is David Mark can hire between now and the next election? That was their intention. Is as a man thinkers, so be it.
Hey, but he built a very big church in Tupo.
God does not live in a church.
A big church.
Forget after killing all his neighbors, all his people. We don't need him. You know why he has been stealing Nigerian money? And he said he wanted to be in control. It cannot be possible. God will not allow him. Because he said in the book of Genesis 42, from verse 16 to 24, he said, didn't I told you not to sing against the Lord? He said, here comes the reckoning of
Send
what?
one of you, and let him bring your brother, and you shall be kept in prison, that your words may be tested to see whether there is any truth in you, or else.
Is there any truth in these people? Atiku was carrying portfolio of dollars, right from when he has been as a custom. Then he's not tired of the Nigerian money. When are they going to be tired? When are they going to do their own thing? When are they going to use their own talent? When you look at it, in Genesis 47, from verse 1 to 10, he said, my father, as old as his father was, he said, my father and my siblings were here with their property.
Then Joseph went and told Pharaoh and said, my father and my brother, their flocks and their herds, and all that they possess, have come from the land of Canaan. And indeed they are in the land of Goshen. And he took 5 men from among his brothers and presented them to Pharaoh. Then Pharaoh said to his brothers, what is your occupation? And they said to Pharaoh, your servants are shepherds, but we and also our fathers. And they said to Pharaoh,
he first of all asked again,
yes, sir.
What was the age of your father? Then what is his profession? How many people has David Mark used his wealth to raise in Nigeria? We remember how Obasanjo, Abiola was given a contract by ITT from Mauritania. We remember how Obasanjo used federal government money and the little they have and give it to Dangote to be the richest person in Nigeria. We remember how Babangida and how he used his money and everything to raise Makadenuga. How many people can we point that Saraki raised, that David Mark raised, that Akpabio raised, that all these people raised? They are all fosters. They are night marauders. They are credit card fosters. They are women rapper. They don't have life. We don't need them. But they cannot win and they cannot get there. Even though if they go to Russia, the very means Donald Trump used to rig the election of America, if they try that in Nigeria, they will sleep and they will not wake up.
How do you mean, sir?
I said they will sleep. They are very close to their grave now.
Because Atiku is crying, that's
Sir,
what I'm saying.
He's crying his last cry.
No, he's crying for this country.
No, he can't cry for his country. They destroyed the country.
He said young people.
He was the one that bring Mekano.
No,
he was the one that bring Mekano.
Okay, sir.
He was the one that made sure that the electricity will not work in this country. He was in charge. Then there, himself or Obasanjo should be called for questioning. We should bring Amadiola. We should bring Ogun. We should bring all this thing out. Obasanjo, some senators, which I know their name, and Atiku, to come and swear over the death of Ige. It was Nigerian bullets that they removed from the chest of Ige. And they are the same people that killed Harry Marshall. In the process of what? Wanted to go to second term, the third time. And they made they are not mentally derailed. You are what? You are a president under the military. You are two-time president under civilian. Do you want to change this place to Zimbabwe, or you want to be another Mobutu? So automatically, these are not the people that can build Nigerians, because they are looters. They are what? They are looters. They should show us their pay record. Now up till tomorrow, the take home of all Nigerian workers is still 18,000.
Yes, sir.
And what are they saying?
No.
Is David Mark not part of?
That's minimum wage, sir.
Is not part of David Mark. I think Good Lord should not loot. It's not part of them. What do they want to offer us? What do they want to say? So automatically, we should wait and see. God will pass through this place. Anything from October, head will roll. Secret will be revealed. Some people will commit suicide, and some people will go to jail. Obasanjo, Atiku, and every one of them, Good Lord, this Buhari has no opposition.
No opposition?
No opposition.
To come back, sir.
It was a simple match. No opposition.
You know, people are disturbed already.
They just want to give money to the printers to put. They want to give money to printer.
Yes,
What pains me so much is that I lost my mother. I didn't know my mother is still alive, and I'm still thinking, if I can see my junior brother and the rest of my sisters, maybe we can put my father, 95 years old poster in Abuja, and in those states, that my father is coming out for presidency.
That's interesting, sir.
No, my father, I'm thinking maybe my father can see flag off his
presidential campaign.
Yes. Then his secretary will be in Elisha, and the other official headquarters will be in Odeayu. Then my mother's graveyard will be the secretariat for the people that so that's how it should be.
So it is quite interesting because you are saying that we should not argue. We should not argue. But now, with the way the country is, and Nigeria are not going to start arguing because we see how a cycle of same people coming to say they want to rescue the country.
Do you know what is in the book of Numbers 2 verse 23? He said there is no problem. It's things like this that will bring these people out to be faithful so that they can face their own alone. He said your sin will surely locate you. Then when you look at the book of Deuteronomy 28 verse 28, somebody to read. Then when you look at the book of Isaiah 49, Psalm 49, from verse 10, he said,
then the Lord will strike you with madness and blindness and confusion of heart, and you shall go.
If Atiku is not confused in heart, how can he be dancing in Dubai and be crying in Lagos? Is there any sense in this? Then when you look at the book of Ecclesiastes 1 verse 17, then Ecclesiastes 10 verse 13, then Zechariah 12 verse 4, then Luke 16 verse 11, then 2 Peter 2 verse 16, then Ecclesiastes 9 verse 3. He said, in Ecclesiastes 3,
yes, sir.
He said there's time for everything under heaven.
Time for everything.
This is time for us to watch the actors. We can call these people the actors.
In Nigerian politics.
They are doing the Baba Salah job. They are all actors. They want to act. But maybe at once in two, the position they are going to give to them, we will let them know. Yes, sir.
No, in terms of, now, there is another cry this weekend now. People are crying that, how can APC, which is the ruling party, that the Lord will feel that will take over, calling presidential form 55 million, the senator has to pick a form for 8.5 million, and the House of Reps has to pick a form for 3.8 million, then the state assembly can pick form for 1.1 million.
No, let them read the Ecclesiastes 1, verse 17. Then one of you people to read Ecclesiastes 10, verse 13. Then one of you to...
àyàbísí láti mọ ọgbọ́n àti láti mọ ìsínwín àti ìwèrè ní ìgbà náà ni mo mọ̀ pé èyí pẹ̀lú ó jẹ́ ìmúlẹ̀mófo.
Hallelujah.
Kí làwọn David Mark fẹ́ ṣe sir? They are going to just battle for rubbish thing. The little money they have saved, they will go. You know they're supposed to have secretariat on it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And they should campaign on. So maybe the market woman, penny selling granite, petty selling gari, or selling donut, maybe they can get little out of this money back. I mean?
Yes, sir.
Then when you look at Zechariah 12, verse 4,
funny,
then Luke 6, verse 11, he said about their madness. It's madness. How many seats? One vacant. And the seat is not vacant.
In Abuja,
In the Aso Rock seat is not vacant.
But a lot of people are now saying that.
Yes,
Ọlọ́run ni Olúwa wí. Ní èmi á fi ìtàgìrì ìlú gbogbo ẹ̀sìn, ìtàgìrì ìlú gbogbo ẹṣin, àti fúwèrè ìlú gbogbo ẹni tí ń gùn. Èmi á sì ṣe ojú mi sí ilé Júdà. Èmi á sì bu ìfọ́jú ìlú gbogbo ẹṣin sí ènìyàn náà.
Ìfọ́jú fẹ́ Olúwa fẹ́ fọ́ ọ lójú. They want to start burying their firstborn and all they wash in the linen. They are going to put their dirty linen on the sun. People will see that. Then when you look at the last one, Ecclesiastes 9, verse 3. Then I want to tell Nigerians that they should not
Báyọ̀ sì mọ odi líle fún ara rẹ̀. Ó sì kó fàdákà jọ bí ekuru àti wúrà dára bí ẹrẹ̀ta. Kíyèsí, Olúwa yóò tánù, yóò sì kọlu ipá rẹ̀ nínú òkun, a ó sì fi iná jẹ ẹ̀rùn.
That's a very horrible.
Ìwọ ló béèrè kan for you.
No, it's very.
Jẹ́jẹ́ mi ni mo ń bá tèmi lọ.
It's very funny, sir. It's funny, sir.
And it is telling us again in that Psalm 49 from 10. Kenny Konkon Kadir. Then 2 Samuel 14:14. Ezekiel 14:13. Verse 3, 4, 5. For we. Nigerians, there is no tension. No contestant.
For he sees wise men die. Likewise the fool and the senseless person perish and leave their words to others. Their inner thought is that their house will last forever. Their dwelling places to all generations. They call their land after their own names. Nevertheless, man, though in honor, does not remain, is like the beasts that perish. This is the way of those who are foolish, and of their prosperity who approve their saying. Like sheep, they are laid in the grave. Death shall feed on them.
Death shall feed on them. That's why
they cannot finish this regime. The next one is still the same Buhari that will bury all these people. They will stage accident for some people. Some people will commit suicide. Some will sleep in their dream. They will not wake up because they are night marauder, fornicator, husband snatcher, then widow tracer, widow chaser. All the widows in Abuja, they know where they live and they know how to go around and then fix them at night. But Nigerians should not relent in what? In their confidence. We are very close to the end of the tunnel. When Nigeria should remember Hebrew 10, verse 34-35. Nigeria should remember Hebrew what? Hebrew 10. From 34 to 35.
Nítorí ẹ̀yin bá àwọn tí ó wà nínú ìdè kẹ́dùn, ẹ sì fi ayọ̀ gba ìkólọ ẹrù yín. Nítorí ẹ̀yin mọ̀ nínú ara yín pé ẹni ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó wà títí tí ó sì dára jù.
Our God is there, the bitumen is still there. You know, in those days, Ajakuta has not been tampered with. Then God in Elisha is still there. So don't worry. The oil is their baby. The oil is the baby of Obasanjo. The oil of Obasanjo has many physicians account in Nigeria. Now he's running from pillar to pole. That is a typical Igbo man. Obasanjo is an Igbo man. All is the old people that took the rubbish from him. I didn't mean, even in my village, in my town, in my own family,
yes, sir.
A woman has, any woman in my family does not have a say. Immediately we give you to husband, you go for life. It's the people of Ogun State that are stupid. The mother is from Ogun State. The father is an Igbo. Look at how he dominated, and the domineering was so much to the end. Rather for them to tell him, go, they refuse. Because when you look at the book of Exodus 14 and Genesis 25, then Genesis 30, yes, Genesis 33, from verse 1 to 9. Then when you look at the book of Job 4, Job 5, then Hosea 4, verse 1 to 5, then Nahum 1 and Nahum 2. Is a man is a vengeance.
Olúwa sì wí fún Mósè pé sọ fún àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì pé kí wọn kí ó dárí kí wọn kí ó sì dó sí iwájú Píótótù ní agbede méjì ní góòlù òun òkun níwájú Bésónì lọ́kọ̀ọ̀kan rẹ̀ ní ẹ̀bá òkun ní kí ẹ̀yin kí ó dó sí nítorí tí Fáráò yóò wí ní ti àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì pé wọ́n á ní ilẹ̀ náà ìjù náà ṣe wọ́n mọ́ èmi ó sì mú àyà Fáráò le tí yóò fi lépa wọn a ó sì yìn mí lógo lórí Fáráò.
They do like Saraki. Yes, they're supposed to have returned Saraki back to Abakuta. Saraki is from Abakuta. And he has forgotten the curse the father put on him. You could remember in the book of Genesis 48 and 49.
Yes, sir.
When Jacob wanted to pray for his grandchild.
Ephraim and
Manasseh. Then when you want to make a mistake, we should ask, the Nigerians should ask Saraki, what happened to society generally? Nigeria should ask Saraki, what was the conspiracy between Emir of Kano himself on Akimbola?
You mean
he has a lot of issues. Yes, they have a lot of issues to explain to Nigerians. And all the property and the money he took to some island outside Nigeria.
Offshores.
Yes. And now he got the money to go and bail Ibori back because they want to use Ibori in Niger Delta. Niger Delta has their own trouble. They don't need the help of whom? They don't need the help of Saraki.
That's quite interesting, sir. So you mean this is the last stamp for all
it does the last lap. They are going. I want to lawyer. When you look at the book of the Apostle 5, that is the most good verse for these people. And he said, here is the leg of those that buried your husband. But they were here. Can you compare all those ones with Abiola? And God said no to Abiola. And the people said no to Abiola. So then how can the Lord say yes for Atiku? How can the law say yes for the Meji Bankole or Tambua? Tambua will use the House of Assembly name to go and borrow money, and they cannot settle it. He wanted to be out of politics. Who is Kwankwaso? They have been using human life already. A lot of accidents has happened after he's flagging up. People will be dying. And even he cannot get Kano. And the people of Kano will drive him away. Kwankwaso is a Yoruba man. His father went there to trade. So all the hotel, he divided between himself and Obasanjo. Even the person that even surveyed the property of Obasanjo, that was handing over now, he went around 3.5 months. They've never counted everything right. Is that type of person a human being? Go to South Africa, see all mansions for Obasanjo. Go to Dubai, go to everywhere. And these are imbeciles. They are bastard children of the land. They are all bastards. All these people you are mention their name, they are bastards. Want to boju ile. They cannot do anything again. The curse is on them. They are facing their doom, and they will be doomed. And when you look at the book of Ezekiel 34, from verse 10, then when you look at the book of Isaiah, Isaiah was telling us in Isaiah 47, and he was telling us again in Isaiah 43, he said, for my own people in this land, in the soldier, in the police, in the navy, no, there will be no loss of life.
There will be no loss of life.
It's their family, their assembly that will go. When you look at Proverbs 16, verse 1 to 5, only more die in Ibi for joy be.
For the evil day.
For the evil day. I want to confess contest me. How many people the PDP to let you know it's a party that has been in the mortuary. Nobody can claim his corpse. He has no baby. PDP is a corpse inside the mortuary that nobody can claim his dead body.
A lot of people have been going in, coming out, going in and coming out.
As I said, PDP is a dead party. Now he's having 32 contestants under the party for the presidency. That's why I said, I pity my mother. I didn't mean my mother has not dropped dead. He could have joined the PDP and go and put his flag there. He will use his husband's house as secretariat.
Now, people are complaining bitterly about hunger. They say the hunger is too much. Some people are saying, oh, it's because the president's policies are too hard and all that. So, sir, how do we get out of the hunger season? I mean,
the hunger did not come our own time alone.
Yes, sir.
When you look at the moving of Israel, when you look at the book of Genesis 37, when you look at Genesis 37, Genesis 38, Genesis 39, Genesis 40, 42, and Genesis 41, Genesis 45, he said there was a famine in the land. There was what? Famine in the land. Then when you look at Genesis 26, from verse 1 to 5,
yes, sir.
He said, Isaac, don't go to Egypt. Although there is famine in the land, but stay put until the land.
That is in his place.
In your country,
yes, sir.
You mean to Amu?
Isaki sì dájú lé kí ọba àwọn ará Fílísítì lọ sí Gérárì. Olúwa sì farahàn. Ó sì kọ́ wọ́n ṣe sọ̀kalẹ̀ lọ sí Íjíbítì. Jókòó ní ilẹ̀ tí èmi ò wí fún ọ. Máa ṣe àtìpó ní ilẹ̀ yìí. Èmi ó sì pẹ̀lú rẹ. Èmi ó sì bùkún fún ọ. Nítorí wà àti ìró ọmọ rẹ ni èmi ó fi gbogbo ilẹ̀ wọ̀nyí fún. Èmi ó sì mú ara tí mo bú fún Ábúráhámù bàbá rẹ ṣẹ. Èmi ó sì mú ìró ọmọ rẹ bí sí bí ìràwọ̀ ojú ọ̀run. Èmi ó sì gbogbo ilẹ̀ wọ̀nyí fún ìró ọmọ rẹ. Àti nípasẹ̀ ìrú ọmọ rẹ ní àbùkún gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè ayé. Nítorí tí Ábúráhámù gba ohùn mi gbọ́, ó sì pa ìlọ̀ mi, àṣẹ mi, ìlànà mi àti òfin mi mọ́.
That's 4 things.
4 things, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Which Atiku did not have, which Nigerians did not have. Nigerians are fornicators, they are liars, they join hands with the looters to kill their fatherland. They cannot till the land. They don't want it to work. They want to plant maize on the surface of the laptop. They wanted you to use rain to enjoy sex. Tojo bá ti ràn lọ́wọ́ àwọn married men in Nigeria. Wọ́n máa ti pè ìyàwó wọn lé láti 7. Wọ́n máa forí 2 pillow, wọ́n máa 2 pillow, wọ́n máa 2 pillow. Wọ́n máa lọ, wọ́n máa bọ̀. Òjò ẹ̀rọ àtura. Wọ́n fẹ́ bọ́mọ lẹ́mí. Ọmọ dòdòrò òdè. Ilé tó ń bí ilẹ̀ pápá kò tí gbórúkọ. Talk less of ilé tó ń bọ̀. Ìlú mi kẹ̀rẹ́, they will be running to collect water into the dam. Just for what? For farming. But these people cannot do anything. None of them have common plantain at the back of the house. In this church where you are now, we have more than 70 plantain runs the year before. Before the mangoes and cashew, everything took over everywhere. The Lord said, go and till the land. Genesis 2, from verse 10, Genesis 3, 1 to 8,
yes,
Genesis 1, verse 16 to 21. He said, go and till the land.
God made two great lights. The greater lights to rule the day.
Yes.
And the lesser lights to rule the night.
Yes.
He made the star also.
What is the Lord doing? The Lord was working. Then when you look at the book of John 9, from verse 4 and 5, he said, let us try and go and walk. A time is still coming when the night will fall, that will not be able to walk again. Nigerians are lazy.
I didn't really
from the NYC, they have joined the Yahoo Yahoo. The prominent state in Nigeria that is notable for Yahoo Yahoo is Ogun State.
Yahoo Yahoo.
Yes, it's Ogun State. Even they have Yahoo Plus, Yahoo Minus, Yahoo SS Factor, Yahoo Multiplicator. My brother, go to America. They print money from the press. They print naira from the press. It's only in Nigeria where they do not want to work. They said human being, the breast of a female can bring money. The cable of a man can bring naira. The cheek of a newborn baby can make a euro. Are we not mentally derailed?
Some people are even backing now.
We have no insanity.
No, some Yahoo boys are backing already.
I said we are in the what?
Insanity.
And this is rubbish. And he said, he's sending us out to be what? To be a messenger. Everybody wants to be a director. When you look at the book of Genesis 50, verse 16, it regards messenger. Then when somebody to read 1 Samuel 4, verse 17, then 1 Samuel 11, verse 19, then 1 Samuel 11 again, 23 to 26, regards a messenger. We are all his messengers. We are all his messengers. We are to do what? You see? Cucumber come from the soil.
Yes, sir.
Then watermelon come from the soil.
Yes, sir.
Then yam grow from the soil.
Yes, sir.
What about plantain? What about cashew? What about mango?
From the soil, sir.
But how many of your children? If you say, how do we cultivate yam? Is that mommy from the top of the tree? Because the father is sick. The son too is sick. Have you ever seen a place where a lion ate yesterday meat?
I don't think so, sir.
So what are you talking?
In history.
God is still working. And when you look at Psalm 44, somebody to read, either in English or Yoruba, Nigerians are lazy. Lazy plus.
Lazy plus.
Bayosayim is lazy. Bayosayim is lazy. Saraki is lazy. They are lazy young boy. That's why they were riding their father's wagon. Then Okukpe is lazy young boy. That was the reason why they are medical doctor, they can't perform. Then when you look at Otudeko and a lot of them, even the Emir of Kano is lazy. He said when he was going to school, he was riding on Rolls Royce, this and that and that. When did he start working? He cannot walk. And Jihari, when he continued to Jihari, see, he lay tojo. And when you look at the book of Genesis 30, only when will I go and prepare for my own house? Only if I will be able to lock with the phone. And when you look at the book of Genesis 33, verse 9 and 10, only when he put his hand in his pocket, he said, don't give me anything because I have enough. Jacob and his son. In Genesis 12, 1 to 4, he was poor. In Genesis what? 12. Genesis 12. In Genesis 13, he was rich. In cattle, in livestock, and life exactly. How many Nigerians wanted to farm? Everybody want to go to London. The money Babangida gave to them during his time to empower the rural dwellers, they gathered the money to marry prostitutes. The adults use it to marry what? Prostitutes. Their children use it to go to Malaysia. Then they said they should empower the youth. Is it with cutlass or doma? Maybe. Is it with Cosma or weed or Igbo or what? Maybe.
I understand. Go
and find out. Do we still have the youths? Where are the youths? The son of a cobra will remain a cobra. And there's no amount of rainfall on a leopard can change his skin.
That's quite.
So I think anytime we accepted that we are God messengers,
Yes, sir.
we do well. Can somebody read Isaiah 50, Genesis 50, verse 16? And somebody to open Isaiah 1 Samuel 4, verse 17.
When Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, perhaps Joseph will hate us, and many actually repay us for all the evil which we did to him. So they sent messenger to Joseph, saying, before your father died, he commanded, saying, that those who shall say to Joseph, I beg you, please forgive the trespass of your brothers and their sins, for they did evil to you. Now, please, forgive the trespass of the servant of the God of your father. And
the Lord of the land is not happy with us, right from 1st Acts 77. Who brought this calamity to us is Obasanjo. And if he did not die, we cannot get the headway. He has to die. The death of Ige traced to Obasanjo. The death of Arimasha traced to Obasanjo total. And all the whole thing that transpired between Dangote bringing something to Nigeria without clearing it is due to Obasanjo. The issue of carrying Ghana must go for third time and everything. Who's that backing money to Ghana must go is Obasanjo. This Igbo person, this Igbo man. Then when you look at him again, at the end of the day, all the whole women in this area, he will make love to them and give them crack eggs. Those are those people who has crack brain. And these are the leaders. A mechanic now become a Titanic. We are serving him now for 10 decades. What do you see in us for taking us to idol?
A lot of people do not believe that he's an evil man, really.
He's an evil man. He behaves like an evil man. That is the attitude of an evil man. Evil man is a proud man. Whenever they have 3 million, you see it in them. They believe they are all over. And that's the problem. They're clamoring for Biafra. If they give it to them, they will kill all of themselves. Look at Donald Trump, Donald Duke. Yes, he wanted to put Nigeria inside the bus called Akubengs. He believed Nigeria is they want to sell us like rice. What does Donald Duke has a brain?
No, is it the
Ogudu? He want to use the Ogudu range.
He's the most handsome presidential aspirant.
We don't need any handsome.
No, he has a good face.
We don't need any handsome.
New face of the generation.
Forget about. We don't need anybody.
I'm talking about Donald Duke, sir.
Forget about it. Then go back to 1 Samuel 4.
ẹni tó mú ìwá sì dáhùn ó sì wí pé Ísírẹ́lì sá níwájú àwọn Fílísítínì ìṣubú náà sì pọ̀ nínú àwọn ènìyàn àti àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ méjèèjì Ófínì àti Fínáásì sì kú wọ́n sì gba àpótí Ọlọ́run ó sì ṣe nígbà tí ó dárúkọ àpótí Ọlọ́run ó ṣubú sẹ́yìn kúrò lórí àpótí lẹ́bàá bodè ọrùn rẹ̀ sì ṣẹ́ ó sì kú.
Election result ìkọ́ tó máa fún àwọn dèbò máàkì tó máa fún àwọn ìfún ọ̀tẹ̀ ní tí lè gbọ́ result ìgbà tí wọn mẹ́rin inú wọn máa stage accident fún wọn mẹ́rin inú wọn máa fi ẹ́ girlfriend pa wọn mẹ́rin inú wọn máa jẹ poisonous food mẹ́rin inú wọn máa sunkún ní jí àwọn tó ń sunkún nínú lẹ́yìn wọ́n sì máa sunkún ní sàréè. So don't worry. Nigerians should go back to farm. Nigerians should go back what? To farm. No any other way. Livestock, animal husbandry is still there. You can raise animal. You can raise in 4 plots of land. You can raise snail. You can raise fish. You can raise duck, fowl, and local chicken. You can even start with just 20,000 naira. But Nigeria wanted to do more than himself. Everything is interlock.
Interlock.
Put interlock where they're supposed to put scent leaf, bitter leaf, okra leaf, okra leaf. Just put interlock. They want what they have watched in the Nollywood film. They want to build it in Aba. They want to build it in Agbo. An Agbo man will come to Lagos and show us if there's no voodoo in his father's compound. They're doing all sort of rubbish thing. So automatically, but when you look at it, in that same 1 Samuel 11, verse 23 to 26, and when you look at the book of 2 Samuel 11, 2 Samuel 12, 2 Samuel 14, because what they did was what the Lord sent Nathaniel to go and talk to whom? To David. He said, David, you are the one that took the wife of Uriah. You are the one that brought this evil to these people. And then the sword will never what? Leave your house. Who is David man to Nigerian treasury? These people cannot be sincere. They are the one that have the foreign accounts. They are the one that have the foreign house. They are the one that have the foreign girlfriend. When I got to London, I saw the Kwere Madu 2019 in British bus.
No, it's an advert, sir.
Advert in the British bus.
And
what's the meaning of
foreign
that?
exchange?
No, what's the meaning of that?
It's capital flight, sir.
No, what is the meaning of that?
Prospective
That's
capital
to
flight.
say he's an insane human being. He was the one that doctored the Senate law. He was the one. When they resumed, now both of them resigned. Both of them what? They will remove their hand from the place.
He's an Igbo leader, sir.
They are all ingrate people.
No, sorry.
We asked them to go and serve us, but they were serving their pockets. You see, it's rather unfortunate, sir.
Sir,
Rather unfortunate.
quite quiet.
And if you call about Sowore and all those people, there's nothing, no good youth outside there. There's no good, because what happened to them? You see, when they are doing pollination in a Greek, they have already mingled with these bad eggs. You know, when you have 10 crates of eggs, and if 6 is bad in a crate, after 3 weeks, it will affect the rest. Go to the history of Sowore, go to the history of all these people, go and see what they are doing. They are all birds of the same feather. Does Sowore needs to go around the whole world, raising money on what the Lord sent him to do? How many countries did Obama travel to before he became a president?
He looked great.
How many countries did Oponwe in Liberia travel to? But because he's looking for money and cheap popularity, he should come down and let's know where he's from. Do you know his party?
No, it's now, yes, there's a party now.
That's what?
AAC.
How many parties do you think we have now? 100 and what?
No, 91 parties, sir.
No, 100 and something.
100 and something, but registered 91.
And even I'm still going to register my own Bible party.